welcome to my online class. Today I am going to explain you second chapter, The Sound of the Music, part 2. As I have explained part 1 and today I am going to explain you part 2, The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. As you can see on the blackboard, the heading which I have written, The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Before beginning the chapter, I would like to tell about Bismillah Khan, students. He was a renowned personality of our country and he is a legend. Why do I call such personality as a legend? Do you know, students? Just because Bismillah Khan did something which has historical significance. As we all know that our country got freedom on 15th August 1947, and on that day, on that auspicious day, before our Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's speech, Bismillah Khan, he got an opportunity to play the Shehnai in front of all the spectators at Red Fort. So that is why I call this personality as a legend personality, because he got an opportunity to play the Shehnai at Red Fort in order to signify our glorious achievement. So students, you can see, you can feel the day and you can feel the person also, how the person was important, how the person was so glorified person for us that he got an opportunity to play such musical instrument on that particular day. That is why I call Bismillah Khan as a legend. Students, you can see here Shehnai and Pungi. So here images given over here in your book, you just go through the images and write down the name of such personality. All these personality are famous personality. You have to write down this famous personality, which instrument they play. Now let's move on to the chapter, students. I am going to read the chapter line by line and you have to underline the hard words and I will tell you the meanings. You have to write down the meaning. So let's move on to the chapter, students. Now students, let's start from here. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence, for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. Students, underline the word ban. Ban, that means prohibited. Unpleasant, that means when you dislike, that is called unpleasant. And shrill, high pitched sound. And pungi was a predecessor of the Shehnai. Students, there was a famous Mughal emperor Aurangzeb who banned this musical instrument. This musical, that means pungi. He banned pungi in his royal residence. What is the reason behind that? Why Mughal emperor Aurangzeb banned this musical instrument in his royal residence? Just because of its unpleasant sound, the sound which was high pitched sound. That's why he banned this musical instrument in his royal palace. Pungi became the generic name for reeded noisemaker. Generic name, that means a name given to a class or group as a whole, that is called generic name. So students, any instrument which needs air to blow, okay, and it produce sound, that is called reeded noisemaker. Okay, so pungi, it's called as reeded noisemaker, and few had thought that it would one day be revived. And students, no one had ever thought that one day this musical instrument which had been banned by Emperor Aurangzeb would be brought back in our society. And there was one person, a barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace, decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. A person who was barber of a family, and by profession he was musician, and he was musician in royal palace. He decided to improve the tonal quality, that means sound quality. He decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. So let's see what he did. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi, and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. Now he chose a pipe which was hollow. Hollow means empty, okay, and he made 7 holes on the body of the pipe, Let's see what happened then. When he played on it, closing and opening, some of these holes, soft and melodious sounds were produced. When he started playing, after he just made this musical instrument, when he started playing such a melodious sound produced through this musical instrument, that something happened, students. Let's see. He played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. When he played this musical instrument before the royalty, the person, the courtier who were present there, they appreciated a lot, they impressed a lot. The instrument, so different from the pungi, had to be given a new name. You can differentiate, students, the images given over there. Given over here, you can see images and you can differentiate that how pungi is different from Shehnai. So the sound which produced by Shehnai, it was so melodious that they decided to give the name, different name to this musical instrument. So as the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chamber and was played by a nai barber, the instrument was named the Shehnai. So as you know, students, that this Shehnai first time played before Shahs, that means before king, in king's court, and it was made by nai. So they have given the name Shah, Shah, that means Shah, Shah, that means king, and nai means barber. So they had given this musical instrument named Shehnai. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered auspicious. Underline this word auspicious. Auspicious means promising to bring good fortune. So students, this sound, the sound of Shehnai, the people, they believed the sign of good omen. Okay, and for this reason it is still played in temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. Indispensable, that means without which a piece of work cannot be done. And as Shehnai were, just because, as I told you, it was the sign of good omen. The people considered the sign of good omen, and the Shehnai were being played in temples as well as any wedding ceremony. In the past, the Shehnai was part of the Naubat or traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at royal courts. So students, you know, in royal family, that means in king's court, there were 9 instruments which had been played by musician, and out of 9, Shehnai was one of them. Till recently, it was used only to temples and weddings, and till recently it used in temples and weddings. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Bismillah, Ustad Bismillah Khan. And the credit goes to Bismillah Khan. Just because of him, the people, the other person, they started giving stage performance. As a 5-year-old, Bismillah Khan played Gulli Danda near a pond in the ancient estate of Dumra in Bihar. Now from here, students, Bismillah Khan's story started. When he was 5 years old, he used to play Gulli Danda near pond, and he belonged to the ancient estate of Dumra in Bihar. He would regularly go to the nearby Bihariji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaitya, at the end of which he would earn a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg, a prize given by the local Maharaja. So students, he used to go to the Bihariji temple to sing Bhojpuri song that is called Chaita, and at the end of his song he received a laddu weighing 1.5 kg by the local Maharaja as a prize money. We can say that as a reward, not money, as a reward he received laddu weighing 1.25 kg. This happened 80 years ago, and this thing happened 80 years ago, and the little boy has traveled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. And you can see his journey, students. He received highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. So you can see the distance which he traveled to receive this award. Right, students? Born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. Bismillah Khan born on 21st March 1916 and he belonged to well-known family of musicians from Bihar. That means his family all were musicians. His grandfather Rasul Baksh Khan. You have to remember the name also, students. That means Bismillah Khanji's grandfather name was Rasul Baksh Khan, was the Shehnai player Nawaz of the Bhojpuri King's Court, and his grandfather, who was also a musician in King's Court, his father Pagambar Baksh, and his father name was Pagambar Baksh, and other paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. So, and the lineage of the father's side, all the people were great Shehnai player. So we can say that Bismillah Khanji acquired this skill of playing the Shehnai from his ancestor. His grandfather was a great Shehnai player at the court of the Bhojpuri king. All the family, father, grandfather, all were musicians. The young boy took to music early in life. Bismillah Khanji, young boy, that means Bismillah Khanji, took to music early in life. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Benares, now Benares, it's called Varanasi, Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncle practice the Sahnai. So, students, his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house. Maternal, that means the lineage of your mother side, that is called maternal. So his mother took him to his mother's home, and where his uncle was there, and he was fascinated watching his uncle practice the sahnai, and he was so attracted, he was so fascinated watching his uncle when he was practicing sahnai. Soon Bismillah started accompanying his uncle, and because Bismillah Khanji, he was so fascinated, attracted towards this musical instrument, that he started accompanying his uncle Ali Baksh to the Vishnu temple of Banaras, where Baksh was employed to play the Sahnai, and his uncle name was Ali Baksh, who used to play Sahnai in Vishnu temple. Ali Baksh would play the Sahnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on end. So students, Ali Baksh, he would play Sahnai in the temple, and Bismillah Khanji, he was so attracted, captivated, that means attracted, that without stopping continuously, he was just sitting near him. Slowly he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. As Bismillah Khanji, he was so attracted, he was so fascinated to learn this musical instrument, that he started practicing throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangal Maya and the banks of the Ganga became the young apprentice's favorite haunts, where he could practice in solitude. So, students, underline this word apprentice. Apprentice is a person who is taking training. Then haunts, that means, students, a place where you like to come many times a day. Then one word is given over here, solitude. Solitude means being alone. So students, now you can see the talent of Bismillah Khan. Now you can see, students, the talent of Bismillah Khan. He was so inspired that river Ganga provoked him, it motivated him to improve his performance. The flowing water of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of the Sahnai. And he also invented many ragas that were earlier considered that you cannot produce that kind of sound from the Sahnai. But Ustad Bismillah Khan went ahead, he practiced so much, he worked so hard, and he invented different sound with the Sahnai. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of the recital, Ustad Fiaz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it."
So students, when Bismillah Khanji age was 14 years old, when he was 14 years old, he accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference, and recital means his performance. And after his performance, as the completion of his performance, one ustad was there. His name was Fiaz Khan, and he appreciated Bismillah Khan and said, what he said, do you know, work hard and you would achieve what you want. With the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938, came Bismillah's big break, and Bismillah Khanji got his big break in 1938 as the opening of the All India Radio. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio, and he started giving his performance on All India Radio, and the people started hearing his performance on radio.